Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. Recently I'm hearing more of the same old tired fucking arguments about the so-called entitlement programs, and specifically things like welfare, which doesn't even really exist anymore. But there are programs that are similar to what used to be welfare. That are aimed at helping families and single mothers with children. I guess that's redundant. Pay for the essentials that they need. And I hear a lot of people talking about how there are a lot of freeloaders and bums on this system, and the same thing goes for Social Security and all these other different programs that people are just sponging off of. It's rampant with fucking waste and abuse. Bullshit! I'm so fucking sick of hearing this goddamn tired fucking argument. First of all, yes, there are freeloaders and bums on welfare. Abso-fucking-lutely. But you know what? The amount of money that is going to fraud, waste, and abuse in any kind of program of welfare or aid for fucking families or people, I don't want to hear anybody say a motherfucking word, not even one fucking word, about the money that is being wasted on fraud in these fucking programs when there is fucking government goddamn subsidies for billions of fucking dollars that go to fucking corporations that fucking make billions of dollars in fucking profits. So until someone wants to address that motherfucking issue, you better keep your goddamn mouth shut about the fraud, waste, and abuse in fucking welfare programs, or Social Security, or any other fucking program that actually gives something to fucking people. When you get the corporate fucking fat cats off the goddamn welfare, then you can talk to me about going after the scofflaws on welfare, and Social Security, and disability, and anything else you want to talk about. Motherfuckers. You know, I really hate to talk about the election, but you can't help it. You can't help it. Because that's what the news is all about. And I'm sick and tired of hearing about how Ron Paul is being dissed by the media. Well, that's its own meme, isn't it? How's he... What? That's the whole thing right there. He's being dissed by the media, and it's all over the place. So he's getting more attention because of it. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Then I stroll around to the various websites that I check out from time to time just to see what kind of things people are shilling, what kind of garbage they're selling, and what kind of spin they put on their fucking stories. And I go to a, shall I say, rather loosely described radio show host website, and the entire thing is plastered with shit about Ron Paul. So now I'm thinking to myself, what is this? Did the Paul campaign buy this website? And I'm not even going to say what it is, because you know what website I'm talking about. I'm not even going to mention it. And the carnival barker who runs it. What the fuck is up with that? This particular website and this particular carnival barker tries to portray this outlet as a news site. Well, what the fuck is news? The whole goddamn thing is plastered with buy this because the world's ending, and Ron Paul this, Ron Paul that, Ron Paul that. That's not news. That's just out and out shilling. That's it. Enough of that. Rick Perry enters the race. Everybody's all abuzz in the media about, oh, this is a game changer and everything else. Fuck game changer. He's a cheap fucking suit. He makes me sick. The only thing you have with him, because every other niche has been taken, the only place he can go is to be more ludicrous and insane than all of the other ludicrous fucking clowns that are running for the Republican nomination. So here's a guy who wants to have a moratorium on all regulation, every single one, and believes it's right and proper to get rid of all regulation so we can go back to drinking our own fucking sewage. Those were the good old days of cholera and dysentery. Not to mention heavy metals and deadly poisons. Let's get rid of all regulation. And like I said, there's no other place for him to go. He can only be more extreme and more ludicrous because that's part of this whole show, you understand. And then you have Obama, who's going on his Midwest tour, which is supposedly about jobs, which are completely absent and doesn't look to be changing anytime soon, because the rich corporations want even more money for themselves, and they want to just sit on it and do nothing with it. Now, see, that's the problem in a nutshell. You have corporations which take every benefit that is offered by this government, including billions of motherfucking dollars in tax breaks, loopholes, and fucking subsidies, while they continue to have record fucking profits, pay their CEOs exorbitant fucking salaries. And what do you have in return? Nothing! There is no corporate responsibility. Take a look at Verizon. And I want to say right now that I wholeheartedly support the Verizon workers, the communication workers of America. I am behind you 100%. Stay strong and keep at it. Because here you have Verizon making billions of fucking dollars in profits, probably getting some kind of tax break, subsidy, loophole, or all three from the motherfucking government. And they want to drastically cut the wages and benefits of their workforce. Why? Because they are fucking greedy! So, where is the corporate responsibility? To their employees? No. To the country, which gives them every benefit that it has at its disposal? No. So where is it? It's in their fucking pocket. With the big fucking rolled up wad of fucking cash that they have in there. So, some people might be tired of me focusing on corporations and banks all the time, but that's where the motherfucking problem is. What good is it going to do to talk about something else? If I can't get everybody to be focused on the fucking problem in the first place, you're never going to see a fucking solution ever. And I mentioned before how a spark, something like what happened in London, could ignite certain things in this country. We've seen some teenage activity, but I can't imagine that that's politically motivated. But hey, supposedly we're going through a global awakening. Maybe the teens today actually are fed up with the way things are, and they actually want to change things. But of course, there are the glommers on who want to rob and beat people up. And that's teen nature, so I guess you can't be that judgmental because you have to expect that certain kind of behavior from teens. Okay, but I don't think we're going to see anything in this country because people apparently, they have no ability to judge anything. They can't see the enemy that's standing right in front of them. They cannot focus themselves on confronting that enemy. And they can't be bothered with doing anything about it. They just sit back and bemoan their fate. And that's all anybody in this country is ever going to do. They did a great job of making us into mindless fucking moron drones that just do what we're fucking told. And on that note, let me just add this one final thing. A little bit of news indicating that the Pentagon is going to abolish the automatic pension after 20 years where you got half of your base salary. Now, of course, you know, they're not going to do anything about the golden parachutes that Congress gets, but yeah, let me make this clear to you, okay? They're going to put this into a 401k, all right? Which means that you are going to be limited in what you can put your money into, which means that you are going to assume all the fucking risk. And that's all it is, and that's all it's about. So when your 401k gets fucking shit and gets shit on by the fucking markets, well, nothing they can do about it. So let me make this clear to you, like I did in the last video that I did on politics and such. You people in the military, you need to really think twice about following orders that you're given just because you're told to fucking do it. You think you're inside, that you're important, that you're necessary. But this just goes to show you that you're not. That they will shit on you. Just like they shit on veterans that come back with mental problems and all kinds of other things that they do nothing to help. If they were doing anything to help these people, do you think that the suicide rate of returning vets would be so fucking catastrophically high? They abandon you. And now they're going to take away your pension. There's nothing that this present administration, there's nothing that it has done that has benefited anybody but corporations, Wall Street, and banks, or the military. That's it. Don't ask, don't tell was repealed. That's a boon for the military. Don't you think there are a lot of patriotic gay people out there who don't want to have to hide in a closet but want to serve their country? More cannon fodder. It works great for them. And now they're going to take away your benefits. And you watch. You are no longer going to have any kind of VA health care pretty soon either. And you're going to be given a shitty fucking policy that you have to buy from a shitty fucking private insurance company to get shitty fucking service that you have to pay through the fucking nose for. Just like all the other slaves. And that goes for you too, policemen. Next time you're asked to break up a protest, maybe you want to go have a donut and a cup of coffee and think about it while they're raiding your fucking pension and while they're laying off your brothers. Thank you. Good night. Go Verizon, Communication Workers of America.